Remember, Um, I've got a solution to um the ticket bonanza we see. How tickets are so high in football games, for football games. Um, I think what they need to do is, well, I would do this, and if they want my policy, money talks. But I don't. But if they're gonna use this, they need my permission first. So this is how it goes. So you know how when you're betting, um, you get um, you get um, you can cash out at any moment if your team loses, scores, wins, whatever. You get the other things that comes with the in isolation. Okay, well, with football games, we don't really want to we don't want to pick the things that are obvious. Like, okay, well, if your team loses, you get money back, or if some, obviously not all your money back, some of your money back. We don't want, if they draw, you get a subsidized amount per draw. Can obviously cash out. That'd be a thing. Where, okay, say a football game costs like 300, 400, 500, goes all the way up to like £1,000. Let me just say £1,000, yeah? Because really, if you want to enjoy the game, that's the type of price. If you really want euphoria, even if you lost the game, that's what you go for. If your team has performed well, that's enough. Another thing, if your team performs well but loses the game and the machine has used circumstances to configure how good the team has performed, for example, it shouldn't be, okay, well, what teams do a lot, where, okay, a team hasn't scored a goal, but they're getting close to the goal and they're doing intricate passages of play near the box, or intricate touches before they get to the box and by the avenue. What they should do is ask the neutrals, was that a good bit of play? If there's something not quite right about what they're saying, for example, if they say, I'm not really the biggest fan of when the person spins on the ball. Anyone can do that. So if someone says, "Oh yeah, that was really good. That was a 5-star move," but then they said a Rabona, they said I don't really know the names of any of these skills. That's why I said Rabona. The only one I can really think of is that, which is where you flick the ball up. Can't think of anything else. Obviously, you got step overs. You've got the Panenka. Panenkas are good. For example, if I was to say, oh yeah, Panenka's really good, but then I just say something like out of sorts, like, oh yeah, just someone spinning on the ball, rotating the ball just by moving your leg one way, then moving the ball with your leg the other way. So basically a turn. That's nothing. That's not really a skill to me. That's just, what can I do to stop the player getting the ball in the lowest form possible? If I go against the grain and say, okay, well, actually, that was as good as the Panenka, which is clearly not, based on eye evidence, then what's happened? Yeah, the lighting's gone. It shouldn't really work like that. It should be the neutral getting right what other fans across the land seeing their team, and it is the right method and the right circumstance to say it. If like I don't know, like, so if a football player doesn't that you one of your favorite players should play the game, but some circumstances mean that, out of your control, obviously, but obviously out of the player's control as well, mean he didn't play the game. That would also should mean you get a 0.5% minor discount. So obviously you get your money back like that. That's what I would do. And then obviously, I don't think they do this. This is why I'm saying it. I wonder about violence in games. Like, not judging it, but I think there should be a consolation for that. So, for example, if there's violence in games, something can be sorted out with your finance a little bit. I think they might do that, but not on the side of the football game itself. Sell them. It would have to be like it would have to be. And obviously, another thing is if the player likes. Well, actually, I'm not going to say that. Because I know where this is going, and I know what would happen. I know how I would be in isolation. So I'm not going to say that. Then I'm giving people too much of my money. So this is not even going to get money. But if they want to commercialize it, they would need my permission, because this is too good an idea for someone to just, no, I had this in my head before, and now I'm going to use it. Even though actually they might not have done that. And I've seen them like my video, I've seen them shared my video, in those things, and obviously you're not allowed to share the video as well, so don't share my video. And then they use this idea to commercialize. That's what I'm gonna say, really. That's it. I'm no way gonna predict who's gonna win between Arsenal or Man City and Arsenal, or Arsenal and Man City. But all I will say is that I think Gyökeres and Haaland will probably score in both those last games. I reckon it's gonna be the battle of the Scandinavians. Whoever scores the most, I think, wins the Premier League. But I think as well, it's whose play has worked best for the opponent's team. So yeah. Then I'm just thinking. We need another defensive midfielder, I think, but defensive. We need like, if we don't win the Premier League, like if we do win the Premier League, I would actually trust the youth academy, because you don't really want to touch what isn't broken, do you? So, I think we should obviously prioritize winning not prioritize anything, because we have to win, but we have to win one of the two. If we prioritize one and then you didn't win, and then you tried prioritizing one, you didn't win, then you